Hi everyone, welcome to Movie World. I'm Robert Waldman. Today we've got a romantic, erotic thriller, the movie Sea of Love. Now the film came out in 1989, and you could say there's a 1950s connection to it because the very popular song from 1959, 30 years earlier, was called Sea of Love. And I would say, that was made and popularized by singer Phil Phillips. Well, that's the name of the movie, and it's also the song. And there's a record that plays quite often when a killing occurs. So here's the scoop. What happens is you've got a man or two who are being killed by a woman. They have a night of wild sex, and later, during the evening, the woman literally kills the guy. So naturally, the New York police are stumped. So, two investigators, first led by Detective Frank Keller, are on the case. Frank Keller is played again by Al Pacino. Most people remember Al as Michael Corleone from the Godfather movies. Well, I have to tell you, Pacino is good in virtually everything he does, and he's very good as a happy go lucky, carefree, but hardened detective who's being stumped by trying to find out who is killing these guys. Along with fellow detective John Goodman, Jovial John, the pair concoct a scheme to try to find out who is killing these guys. The one common denominator to the killings is that there may be personal ads element to it. So naturally, as good detectives do, they put a personal ad in a couple of the New York newspapers. So the sting is on. So you have Pacino and Goodman concocting a scheme to meet various women who respond to the ad. One of those women, who is beautifully played by the ravishing Ellen Barkin, decides to come a calling. What happens is the detective is smitten by this woman named Helen Kruger, and you might say Miss Kruger was a cougar before her time. Soccer mom, but just very vexing, and they have a very erotic relationship. But what happens? Is she the one that's the villain? You have to watch this movie to see. It's exciting, and there's a real good twist towards the end of the movie, but even threw me through a loop. I enjoyed this movie. It's erotic, it's sexy. It's directed by Harold Becker, who gave us earlier some police stories, including Mercury Rising and Malice with Alec Baldwin. And I will tell you, when I say erotic, I mean erotic. There are some very hot scenes between Ms. Markin and Al Pacino. And yes, there is nudity, there is sexiness. So this is a real erotic thriller. You can feel the heat between Pacino and Barkin as they get it on. But at the end of the day, this is not a bad suspense thriller. It also features Richard Jenkins. Good police story, good premise, good movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, Sea of Love from 1989 gets a 7. Thanks for watching. Robert Waldman for Movie World.